Okay, hello and welcome. I want to go over some quick basics about modding Stalker 2. Um, so the files are packed, you need to unpack them and repack them. There's this tool right on the Nexus. V3 Fish made it. It has a full tutorial and guide, so you can read all up about that. Editing the files themselves once we unpack them, I'm going to be using Notepad++, and I don't really want to go too much into the tools as I kind of just want to get straight to the actual code that we're going to be rewriting because this is kind of explanatory and simple. Like where you get this stuff, they have uh, their own little guides. But just for the sake of it, so you'll have your unpack tool. Uh, in your Stalker directory, you want to go to mine's from Steam, so yours might be different if you use something different. Stalker 2 content packs. What you want from here is pack chunk 0. Going to move it over to where my unpack tool is. I like to make a separate folder for modding. You don't want to unpack everything in the directory. All you have to do is drop that on the bat. This little command prompt kind of thing will come up. That means it's working. It will auto close when it's finished, so it could take a few minutes. The pack chunk 0 is like 7 gigabytes, but I'm just going to close that out because I already did that. But you will be left with a pack chunk 0 Windows file folder. Minimize this because we don't need that now. Yeah, it will look like that, same as the other one. You'll go to pack chunk 0, Stalker 2, content, game light, game data. This is the stuff you're going to be modding and doing everything with. So, here's more of what I wanted to get into. That's that. Okay. So, to make a mod, just like pack chunk 0, Windows is a folder. You're going to make your mod folder. You'll name it whatever your mod's going to be named. So, for example, higher condition weapon drops plus more ammo. So just as we went through pack chunk 0 here, you will have to create subfolders in your folder and name them the same thing so the game knows to read that these paths. So Stalker 2 content, game light, game data. And then within here, this is one of our one of our files we are going to mod. Put that in there as well, and then the script file we're going for, the CFG file. Dynamic item generator. So I already set this up, but typically you'd copy and paste it over. So in here, I have two dynamic item generators, one from the pack chunk reviewing, and then one from the what our mod will be. I use the one from the pack chunk just as a reference because we don't want to mod everything in there. Let's just keep everything for reference material in there if we need to, copy more files from there, remake anything. So looking at the code, it may look daunting, but it's very simple. To change the minimum durability, as you can see here, it says min durability. Yeah, it's that simple. So it shows here 0.3. So the minimum the gun can be when it drops is, 0.3, and you can change that. But it's not just for one gun, as we will see, or just like it doesn't, the one script here doesn't govern everything. So min durability is used 749 times. So to get all the weapons to be dropping at a higher condition, we have to change all of those. But let's see. Yeah, not all of them are min durability 0.3. So for this, I'm gonna match whole words on. So there's only 3 of those at 0.3. The majority are 0.25. There's 547. We also have some with the 45. Let's count. That's 40 of those. Now the 45, you have to be careful. Maybe. I actually don't have a saved test right now, and I didn't do this in my previous mods. I ignored the grenades. As you can see here, this is for a grenade. I don't think it will cause a problem per se. I just don't remember changing it or not, but I guess you can change things and test if you want. But yeah, just take note of that. Like if you do get crashes or something, if you did change that, keep note. But it should be fine. I didn't have any problems, and I know I was being a little more careless with my changes in my first iteration, and I had no problems. So let's go to 0.3. We're going to keep that there for search. We're going to copy that. And with the replace option, I did that beforehand, but you could put the same there. So this will replace it. Since we have match whole word, it's of course only going to search for the 0.3. You can hit replace all, so it replaced all. Now you can go to the 0.25, hit replace all. All of those are replaced. Let's do the 45, replace all. 40 replaced. So now all of the min durabilities. I don't think there was any more. Was there a 3.5? Replace all? Okay, there was a 3.5. So it replaced those. That should be all of them. Don't think there are any more. You can do things like this to search for more, see if there's any. There wasn't. So, and then same for the max durability. So 0.6 is the max durability. We can go to replace, and now we can change this. I did not copy that. Okay, and so let's say you want your guns to drop at maximum durability. So, of course, min and max, it's like it won't be any worse than 55, and it won't be any better than 95. So, I mean, let's see how many there are counts here. There's only 2 counts of that at 0.6, so that won't change much. Max durability is 0.5. Okay, so 0.5 is your majority. And yeah, 548 changed. So now the max durability of most weapons, I don't know how many. Let's look for more. 0.1 count, 0. We can do this faster. 0.2 count, 0. I can do things like this. Just see if there's any matches. Just to see, do a comb through. Okay, nothing. So we got all the durabilities changed. Now for ammo, it's right below that. These first categories up here, I noticed in a lot of places in the code, they do put templates. So maybe when someone comes up and works on this, they see like what the template is as a reference, something that doesn't get changed. And then further below, these might be guards or something, or not sure what they're part of, but like their min max M was 6 to 900. We never see that in game. No one I've killed anyway. No NPCs, so that's a little different. We don't know what that is. And then these are really high, so I don't really think. I mean, you can change whatever you want, but I'm going to look a little further down. Wait, did I change any of these beforehand? No, this is a fresh file. Okay, let's just go search for that and go down. Okay, here. So the gun Obrez SG, one of the shotguns. Minimum ammo count, so this is when they die. The what ammo they're going to have on them? 0 to 2. That's a little unrealistic considering they can be peppering you with thousands of rounds. So let's look at the minimum. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna paste it. I did not copy again. Silly me. So let's say 9. He could have 9 rounds. The minimum, we'll replace all that. 409. And the, let's see, I think there are more than one of things like this. Yeah, so grenades are a 1-1. There is, oh, this shotgun, the D12, that's a 2. 2 and 4 for their min-max. So we'd have to go to, oops, no, copy that. Replace the minimum of 2, I should have done that, and to a minimum of 9. So then for that will be 9. 3, let's see if there's a 3. There's a 3. So if the SVU, the minimum amount of bullets they could have is 3, let's change that to something like 12, right? So, I mean, it could be 9. Not 19. Yeah, min, so I think you get the idea. And then same for max. Let's go back up here. Nope. Let's see. Where were we last? Okay, 9. And of course, you know, you can just keep searching up the number, lower the number, just to make sure you've gotten everything. And the max count, naturally, you want the max count. Don't paste there. No, don't do that. To be higher than the min count, because then you'll have problems if the minimum is higher than the maximum. So I think I just did that. So yeah, max count, searching for that. We'll put the max count in there and say he could have 20 rounds for max. So he could have anywhere from, wait, did I just hit? Oh, I went to search in files. Don't do that. Max count 20. Okay. Could probably want to do something more realistic than that, but that's up to you. You're the modder. Oh no, don't hit the mic. You're the modder. You're control of the ship, so you get to sail wherever you want. So yeah, that's that. Kind of explanatory. I think you'll get it from here. A lot of the modding is, you know, research, figuring things out for yourself, and crashing the game and seeing what you shouldn't do. So, you know, everything's fun. But yeah, that's in a nutshell as much as I can make it. The durability and ammo. So if we were happy with this and, you know, we're all done, we can just hit save. What we would do here would be now our mod's done. Like, that's all we wanted to do. This is what it is. So it would be higher conditions, and now I have my pack file somewhere else. So the pack file, what you would do for the repacker tool is drag your folder over onto the bat. That's will pop up, and now you have your mod. And that's the mods. I think it's here, you know. No, don't launch. Then start again. Some little mishap. So then, yeah, your mod would go in the mods folder. Just like that. And you made your mod. I was just testing with some things to see if, see what worked. Okay, so now you know how to make a mod. A little bit more on the code I wanted to go over would be longer-lasting energy drinks. So again, same file path. Effect prototype, that one's actually just out in the open here. We don't have to go through a secondary folder. But one thing I would do when you want to start dabbling in effects, for pretty much, this is only useful for the energy drink or the consumables and things. Let's see, we have the prototype. And where was consumables at? Let's Consumables per item. Consumables. Okay. What I would have open with this, so we're going to be modding effect prototype. Just going to go over here and do that. The consumables prototype. That's in, okay, game data, item prototype. It's in item prototypes. So our same mod folder. Then it's consumable prototypes. So what we want to do with consumable prototypes is find like the item. So we go to effects, that holds all the effects for the game. So you got your weapon effects, anomaly effects, and all kinds of things. So if you don't know what you're looking for, let's say, oh, I want to do the energy drink. Energy, didn't find anything. Well, maybe if we didn't match whole word, we would. Then you see icon, energy regen. You can get lost pretty fast. So, let's see, energy drink. So here's the energy drink. Here are its effects. And it goes 0, starts at, so it has 7 effects. So reference from here, these are the effects, is actually energetic. So if you wanted to find it here in the prototype, you would have to search energetic. It's not called energy drink. So for the first one here, that governs hunger. And for some reason, energy drinks make you hungry in this game instead of satisfy you, kind of like how they do in real life. You know, people living off of energy drinks for a day. So if you lowered that, it was 10 before. And if you lower it to 1, well, naturally it's 90% weaker now, so it's only going to increase the 1 point of hunger instead of 10. So let's look at the secondary effect. Energetic stamina. Let's go find that. Energetic stamina, that went to match whole word. Should have done, because that went to the other effect. Energetic stamina. So what does this do? We can see it has a duration, 45, localization, SID, increase stamina regen. So this governs the stamina regen. Its value is 200% and its duration is 45. So it increases stamina regen 200% and it lasts 45 duration. We could assume that's seconds, but it probably is. So to do that, you just put a 0 behind it. Now it's a duration of 450. That's pretty much what I did for my mod. And then, of course, right below it is the energetic limited stamina, because there are 2 energy drinks. There's that rare watermelon flavored one that you don't find too many of. That one actually only had a duration of 30 seconds, but it had a regeneration rate of 500%. So you could change that too if you wanted. So that's that. Ooh, and here's another thing. So duplicate type. And then we see duplicate resolve type. This is for, and then it's keep new. This is for when you drink an energy drink, have an item of any kind, you'll get that effect on you. And so if you drink 2 energy drinks, oh, it's going to duplicate the effect. Well, then there's a script here. What are we keeping? We're keeping the new one. So it won't stack. You're just going to reset the timer pretty much. So you will, yeah. If you change the keep new, I think there's 2 commands for this. I don't think there's an old. Oh, there is a keep old. I stand corrected. If you hit keep all, if you change that, now your energy drinks will stack. So if you drink 2 energy drinks, it won't reset the duration timer. It will give you 2 duration timers. And your stamina regen will be 400% because you just had 2 energy drinks. So, you know, that's up to you. Keep new, keep all. Keep old would be odd. Who uses keep old, I wonder? Kind of want to see that. Let's look at that for the sake of looking at it. Keep old. What has Chemical damage, keep old. Okay, that makes sense. So when you step in like an anomaly, instead of amping up the damage, so the longer you stand in, the more damage you take, it's keep old. That actually makes sense. I wasn't thinking about that. So where were we? Let's go back up to the top. Another effect, stamina instant. I think we know what that is. Restores 50% of your stamina right when you drink it. It's self-explanatory. Okay, here's the next interesting one, is the energetic poppy field sleepiness effect. And we see the effect right above here. So when you're in the poppy field, it increase sleepiness per second. Value 7. So every second you're standing in the poppy field, it gives you 7 ticks of sleepiness. Now, the energy drink poppy field effect minuses that by half, so 3.5%. Duration of 25 seconds, so it will be cut down by 3.5. But it's keep new, so you can't stack it. Ooh, the effect of the poppy field is also keep new. Yeah, if it wasn't keep new, you would fall asleep darn near instantly. And then the special energy drink has a 5.0. So then, yeah, same thing. You could increase the duration if you wanted. You could make it 65 seconds per energy drink. And then you could do one of those. Keep all. So then if you had 2 energy drinks, the poppy fields would not affect you for those 65 seconds. But probably 65 seconds and 64 seconds because it'll take a second to drink another one. Whoops. So that's the poppy field effect, and then energetic sleepiness, that pretty much just removes sleepiness instead of the that other one, the poppy field effect, that just only governs the anomaly effect of the poppy field. This one, energetic sleepiness, will remove sleepiness from the character. Yeah, increase stamina regen. It just says that still increase stamina regen. Huh. But it does reduce sleepiness. Oh yeah, effect type sleepiness points minus 20. So then it wakes you up 20%. So that's the other thing the energy drink does. And yeah, that doesn't have any other effects. It lasts for 3 seconds. Has 3 charges. That's a little different. I never really messed with that. I kind of just left that the same, so I'm not really going to touch on that. Energy drink post-process. Which one was this? Oh, energy drink effect post-process, so delay. So you drink an energy drink, and then in 1.8 seconds, then all the effects start happening. So it actually takes a while, if you consider 1.8 seconds a while. And then here's the other fun one, stamina per action, energetic stamina per action. This one has the duration of 30 seconds and a value of 10%. So, as you can imagine, these are what it affects. Walk, run, sprint, jump, vault, melee, melee, melee. You jump. This is an example. You jump. It costs 10 stamina points. You have this. It reduced that 10%. It now costs 9 stamina points to jump. So I think by mod I upped it to 20 or 25 points. But, you know, that's up to you. All you do is change both these values. Now let's do 25 for each one. Right, so then it would be 25 points for 25% of what the stamina cost would be. So it would be a whole quarter taken out. So, and then, of course, the duration for that, let's make it 300 seconds, or, well, that energy drink lasts 450, so let's say it lasts 450. So we're not chugging a whole case of energy drinks. So, yeah, that's that. And same thing, you just save it, drag and drop, and you have a mod. I don't think there's anything else I needed to cover with this. Anything else? Anything else? Well, when making mods for yourself, of course, like, don't do this. Have one mod. You're creating a pack file for each mod. Like for what I did, my mod, this was just for myself, I put everything in one place. So when I'm affecting the upgrades, how the weight works, objects, I modified the explosives, effects naturally. Weapons, I redid all the weapons for my game because the ballistics and range were just horrible. Quest nodes, I did the longer or shorter duration between repeatable quests, so you could do them more often instead of every 3 days. Items, I redid all the ammo and attachments and was remaking artifacts. So yeah, instead of making 10 different mods for yourself and having 10 different pack files, you can just put it all in one, and you can use the original pack chunk windows for reference if, anything ever goes wrong or you need to question anything or copy something over. I think that's it. Hopefully that gets you a basic idea. I mean, I don't want to explain too much. I want you to go out on your own and learn. So I think that's it. If you found this helpful, give it a like. Maybe I can devote more time to going into more depth with stuff. I can go into weapons and all the effects work for that because having your bullets drop at 60 meters is kind of sad. But anyway, yeah, have a good one. Good hunting, stalkers, or good modding, stalkers.